little nervous, but
Okay, we're
excited.
going to start off light. Why not here, ladies? Because making headlines, boy, around the world is senior White House advisor and also son in law to President Donald Trump, Jared Kushner. Did you hear the things he was saying? Well, he made an appearance on Fox and Friends the other day, and he said, hey, everybody, Black people in America need to want to be more successful. So this has drawn a lot of ire and criticism. Now, I'm going to kick this off with you. What's your reaction to this man's words?
Want to be successful. I will say this, privilege is a heck of a drug. I mean, this is coming from someone who comes from a family that has millions of dollars. He's in the White House because of the person that he's married to. But I do appreciate the honesty. Let's be real, right? What's worrying is that he is part of the White House and he affects policy. And the word that he used, complain, I take issue with that because, it kind of suggests that people should be with what they have. Throughout this whole summer, people have been protesting for fairness. If people don't like the terminology Black Lives Matter, think of it as fairness. We shouldn't even be having a discussion around Black people mattering. And when I take issue with the word complain too, because, when you talk to your kids and you tell them you get what you get and you don't get upset, this kind of has that same kind of feel. And I also think we really need to redefine success. I am a refugee. I used to be really embarrassed about, coming from a poor background, but I have worked my butt off my whole life. I am proud to be self-made. But I think when we think of success, we think, if you're rich, you've earned it. You've worked hard. You're better than other people. You're doing something right. And when you think of people who are poor, you're lazy. You choose to be poor. And I think as a society, we really need to redefine this idea of success. If you're born into money, does that make you successful? I don't think so. I have more respect for people who are self-made. And I'll leave you with this. When we look at statistics, this idea that Black people don't want to be successful, it's false. And it's weird to even have to say that because ambition has nothing to do with the color of your skin. Black Americans in the United States are among the most likely to earn a post-secondary degree. The National Center for Education Statistics reported that from the academic years of 2001 to 2015 to 2016, the number of bachelor's degrees awarded to Black students increased by 75%, and the number of associate degrees earned by Black students increased by 110%. And graduate education as well is on the rise. Black students are enrolled in master's degree programs. That number nearly doubled between 1996 and 2016. And finally, let's talk about Black women. Despite Black women being the most educated in the U.S., yes, Black women are the most educated, they still earn less money at work, in entrepreneurship, and in venture capital. So if you're a Black woman doctor, you're still making less money than your white male counterpart. And that has to do with the gender pay gap. So that comment, it's so complicated, and him saying it like people are just not, working hard enough. They don't want to be successful. It's false.
And you are so right, Nam. And there you have it. Jared Kushner decides that all of a sudden he's going to have a voice. There's a reason why they don't put him in front of the camera too often is because he's condescending and he's ignorant. And listen, this man is the senior most advisor to the most racist president that we have ever known in our time. So what do they say? Birds of a feather flock together for me. And so when you give people like Jared Kushner power, they all of a sudden forget where they come from. He's a Jewish man. He's a Jewish man that seems to have forgotten that his ancestry has gone through struggles. So for him not to have empathy,
We're going to get Jillian back there for sure. We're going to get Jillian back. Kayla.
Yeah, I mean, I think as Nam had mentioned, consider the source. Same Jared that got, paid through school by his father and also rode his Range Rover all the way to the end, all the way to school. Same Jared, whose father also conveniently donated and pledged $2 million after his acceptance. We can all figure out and fill in the blanks as to what happened there. Same Jared with bare minimum experience when it comes to any type of government experience, but has this job in the White House. Same Jared who reeks of privilege. So consider the source. This is why a comment like this doesn't even make me flinch, because look who's speaking. Look who he's so close to, and that being Donald Trump. Nam, you're very kind to even give this man the numbers. It is clear, it is proven, and you see it in society. Black people do work hard, and sometimes, and in most cases, we work twice as hard. And you can bet we're gonna work even harder to get this Trump administration out of office.
I hear that. He speaks, I don't even know where to begin with him. This is a man who literally inherited the family business. I don't know, to echo what everybody else is saying, I don't know what he knows about hard work. This is the definition of privilege. This is the definition of generational wealth that his family was able to accumulate over decades and decades and generations in his family. This is a kid who inherited his dad's business after his dad was charged and incarcerated for fraud. Let's just throw that one in there as well. He is got a net worth of about $800 million. And the question is, how much of that $800 million was on the back of actual African Americans? Why? Because he owns real estate. People have described him, in their words, as a slumlord who owns real estate and takes advantage in many, many cities where he has his buildings. This is the definition of someone who doesn't understand that in life, not everybody is born side by side, starting the race at the same spot. There are many people who are starting the race, like his family, way ahead of the game. Everybody else down here has got to work almost their whole life just to even have a shot of where he started with. Remember that show, Silver Spoons? It should have been Jared Kushner as the main character in that. That's where he's coming from.